By the way, I'd like to give a big thank you for those that watched the last Steam Deck video that hit over 1,000 views. That's awesome. I did not anticipate a large amount of people just who watched it and enjoyed the video, and the comments that I received, that was great. As well as thank you to the people who have subscribed to the channel as well too. That I appreciate that from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you again. So, Sync here. Today I want to talk a little bit more about the Steam Deck and how I primarily use it. I believe in the last video I made about the Steam Deck, I was talking about how great it is to configure the battery adjustment, etc. But I also like to use it for other things too, and if I recall, there will be a video up in the top corner where I talk about some Blu-ray rows, where I bought a Blu-ray movie, well, 4K Blu-ray movie. The pack-in Blu-ray didn't came with it, and that was a problem. But I was able to upgrade the Blu-ray drive that I typically use for this new one, and I gotta say, it rips pretty fast. My computer compresses it down using Handbrake pretty quickly. Like, one movie was like 80 gigabytes, and I was able to get down to 40 gigabytes. Like, yeah, some of these movies are huge. So they're like this, then I can get shrink down like that, and then there'd be some movies that are like this, and then I can just whoop, like that. You know, that's how digital compression works these days. But it is a very big but. I did it because I want to watch movies on this guy. And by what I mean by that is, like, say, take it over to a friend's house or go chill somewhere and just watch a movie with someone and have a blast. And typically the best way I do this is with this guy. So there's obviously a plastic cover in it, but I have a 1 terabyte drive inside this guy. It's like a 1 terabyte Samsung SSD that I have for years at this point. I wasn't really using it, and before I was going to use it just to store more PS3 games, but because this really nice thing is that guy is confirmed to rip 4K Blu-ray players, PS3 games I mean. I don't really need to worry about that, so I can now rip everything using just the Blu-ray drive and just emulate my games, or just throw them on another smaller drive and plug it up to the PS3. And last but not least, I have this guy. This guy here is more or less a JSOX HB60 or HB0604 USB-C Steam Deck, sort of like hub. I'm sure most of y'all have a Steam Deck. Not most of y'all, but probably either Switch or Steam Deck, and I'm pretty sure you have rarely seen the Steam Deck dock, where this is like a Switch dock. This one is more or less a Steam Deck hub, and yeah, it works really well. And this guy also has a little bit of a tidbit too, or a nice little surprise, in which I can just take this off and plug in a 1 terabyte NVMe drive. But I don't really use it because I think this guy either gets way too hot, and the drive just shuts off to protect itself from the heat. I can probably throw in like a drive protector, but honestly, because this guy has like 3 terabytes of storage, I'm not too worried about it. Anyways, but yeah, so what I typically do is that I tend to just plug this guy up here, back here, and then plug this guy in like this, like that, and I have the plug-in over here. Don't mind the skull. She doesn't bite. And I'll plug it in to show you what I'm talking about really quick. All right, let's see what happens here. Maybe it's into fire selection. Yeah, see, even though that is a 1 terabyte drive, look real closely. It's not that drive, so I got to go elsewhere. So we're going to go into Steam, settings. Let's go into power, not settings. Switch to desktop. And then I can go over here. You see movies, mount and open. It's a little bit of a hassle, but it's typically a one and done situation where all I just gotta do is do that once every time I boot in. I honestly want to see if I can create a Decky plugin loader for this guy. So that way I can just mount it within the Steam Deck front end without any headaches like this. Just by how minor it is. When you plug it up to like a TV and this is like a secondary panel, it's like, oh, it's a headache. You wait a minute? Okay, come on. Alrighty, let's do this really quick. Let's go in here. Movies. There we go. Yep, and just like that, right? I have like Godzilla. Oh, let me lift this up really quick. So Godzilla series, John Wick, MonsterVerse, the Warner Brothers monster, Godzilla stuff. Some admittedly anime. I'm a big fan of Demon Slayer sometimes. Some Dune Part 2. And some other movies down here. Let me see if I can. Let's see what I have down here. Yeah, so Dune Part 2, Iron Giant, Classic, King Kong vs. Godzilla, Krampus, Lighthouse, Northman, Redline, Wall-E, Watchmen, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and The Witch. All, my personal movie collection. I have more movies on DVD, but I need to honestly burn those next. A lot of it is just primarily Blu-rays and 4K Blu-rays. Like the larger the drive, it's obviously going to be like 4K Blu-ray. But yeah, that is primarily my way of watching movies. I probably will take this upstairs and show y'all how I would do this properly. Alrighty, Stink back here again. So I want to plug in my drive back here. Plug this up, like this, and let's get the HDMI player plugged in. HDMI plugged in. Cable plugged in. Here we go. Oh god, I forgot to do something. Let's get the I forgot to turn on my controller and sync. There we go. There you go. I don't know why it wasn't working properly for a moment, but hey, I can't complain too much. Alrighty, let's turn on the TV. Let's turn on the TV here. Oh yeah, say hello to Watto. Let's grab this. And Let's see what issue might. Oh. I'll grab my Starfield controller. Oh God! Ah, great! I gotta plug this up. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. Let's check to see if the display is working properly. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think the HDR is working correctly as well. Awesome, awesome. Let's go. Does it actually still work? Hold on. Wait a second. Does this still work? Let's try Godzilla really quick. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you can't see from here, but I'm actually controlling that mouse over there. Ooh, there we go. Let's see. I think this is it right here. Mount and play. Alrighty, this should now just boot up directly into the Steam mode. Oh boy, hold on. Bluetooth. Connect. Alrighty, let's get back into here now. And last but not least, turn off the lights. Enter file section. Files, movies. Let's do Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2. Nah, psych. But as you can tell, it works. It works without any issues. Let me see. Let's use HDR. Let's use an HDR movie. An HDR Godzilla movie. Godzilla versus Kong. Oh, that should not be there. I need to move that. Oh no, it can be there. And as you can see, even with a movie like this, 4K, has HDR, AV1. This guy can do it, no problem whatsoever.